Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft. So I forgot that I left it off like in the middle of the night. So we are actually going to head to bed if I can freaking navigate my own house. Oh my gosh. Okay. Also, this will be potentially my last episode of Minecraft because the game gets a little laggy. I'm also taking off the Stardew Valley Beach Farm because just my PlayStation does not have enough memory. It's getting kind of laggy and it's just not good. And I want to have a good experience with it, but right now it's just not working out for me. I still don't know what to do with these areas. Like, do I fill them with glass? I don't know what to do with this exactly. I feel like it would be a bad idea to do it with glass because I'm going to need to create sort of a boundary across the top, or I could just fill this one. I could just fill that area with glass and then just fill the rest with wood to get that same sort of border effect that I'm looking for. I'm like, why don't I have dirt? And then I realized I put it in this chest. So let's just see how that goes. Takes forever to move things with the D-pad, but that's fine. Yeah, I think maybe that'll be the way to go. I don't know, I haven't thought this through. Okay, and yep, I just need some steps. And then, you know what, I'm just gonna get on top. So yeah, if I fill in these three with glass. Oh, is that gonna be these how's this gonna... That doesn't work. Okay. Because I'd need to put one like that, and then that leaves a weird gap. So you know what? I hate to break the glass, but it has to be done. That is the doorway? Potentially. I just don't remember. But I think this part would be filled with glass if I'm following this same sort of rule of thumb. Okay, and jump. There we go. Skipping the corners. I do not know how I trapped a llama in here. That was not my intention. Because I wouldn't even want a llama in here, because this is going to be the garden. Okay, and boop. But yeah, until I get more memory for my PlayStation, I think I'm just going to have to quit these series. Which, I mean, these series don't get many views anyway, so it's just like, I'm not really losing anything. Crap. And, of course, I'm out. Ow. Okay, do I have any more glass in the house? Oh my gosh, come on. And we're lagged. Gosh, dang it. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons that I do not like playing Minecraft as a series right now. Okay, I don't want to do too many. But yeah, it's so laggy, which is weird, because, like, I never had a game lag until I tried streaming Minecraft, and for some odd reason that was just the icing on the cake, and all of a sudden my PlayStation was just like, you know what, we're having a bit of a hard time dealing with this. I'm like, oh, of course. and up. Up. Okay, where... I was on the other side. I should have just gone around the other way. But, you know, hindsight is 20/20. Wow, okay. Yeah, well, choices were made. And this. And then bridge this gap. Okay. Now time to hop down and see if I like what I did. Not particularly, but you know what? I'm just gonna go with it. And then for the top... do I have alternate materials that I could test with? Okay, oh, that's why. It's like, why am I not running? Because I'm starving. If it's the last thing I do, I'm going to get at least... I want at least like 80% of that done. If this is to be my last Minecraft episode, I want it to be as good as I can get it. Okay, glass can just go in here for now. Apples would be with the food. I guess I could put the egg away too. Okay. So, I kind of want to test with the oak and the spruce. Because I don't think I want the actual straight up logs up there like I did with the rest of it. I need some contrast. Oh, he's found his way out. I guess I could start here. Okay. Do we like that? You know, it's not bad, but let's see what spruce... I feel like the oak is more of a contrast, but the spruce kind of fits with it. So I think I'm actually gonna go with spruce on this one. Yeah, you know, it's got character. I hate the noises that are coming out of there. So I am going to need a lot more spruce because what I have right now is mostly oak. And where did this fox come from? I've never had a fox this far down. That's interesting. Okay, come on, just work with me. Okay, and that's not where I wanted that. Okay, there you go, and okay. Do I have another axe? I do. So we are good to go. Just go into my backyard and start chopping down trees. Is that another fox, or is that the same fox that just went around the back of my house? That is a different fox. What is... Are my foxes still where they're supposed to be? I will run and check. Hello, animals that I do nothing with. Hello, chickens. Now I'm curious. Are you guys still in here, or did you get out? I see a tail and I see another one. Okay, so they're still in here, so I don't know what to do with the other ones. Okay. The barn that I never did anything with. It's got a loft too. You know what? It's been a long time since I've been up there. I'm gonna go check it out real quick. The pigs are notorious escape artists. Like, legitimately, they watch. And I say they because at one point there was more than one. I'm like 99% sure. I don't know what happened to the other one. Like, this is a pretty nice barn. that, like I said, I just don't do anything with. And then it's got its own little loft with some nice big windows. I just completely lollygagged the day away. Okay, come on. Okay, why? There you go, Skipper. Okay, close that. I think the reason I didn't do anything with the interior is because it was supposed to have horses originally, and then I never bothered to catch a horse. Okay, and then... So yeah, these foxes are just here for absolutely no reason. Okay, but... I guess tomorrow we'll start looking for... We'll go and cut down some spruce. Also, I never made an entrance to this room. It's still just there. I was gonna do a secret tunnel sort of thing, but that never ended up happening. I never finished this either, because this area looks awful. Yeah, I needed to finish that, and I didn't. Here is the enchanting... I wanted to say enchantment and enchanting at the same time. But here's the enchanting room that I never finished because I didn't have it in me to kill the cows. I had plans. I had so many plans for this house that it just never came to fruition. Also, now that I'm looking at this bugs me that these are like this. There is not really a good reason why they are. There. Although, then again, now that I look at it, that's how these ones are. But that... well. Okay, if I think about it too hard, it's going to hurt my brain, so... We're just going to ignore it. I think at one point those were supposed to be like the room boundaries for rooms that were supposed to be up there, and then I just never built them. I don't even know which episode of the Minecraft series this is. I want to say it's episode like 28. That feels about right. Oh, there's a creeper over there. Let's not and say we did. Hello, little fox. It's okay. Don't be scared. I'm just coming down to chop down some trees. And you know what? We're just gonna get rid of the murder bushes. Ow! They had to get their last hit in. What am I... That was weird. Got stuck under something. Okay. Was that... Okay, I'm not crazy. I was like, was that... I saw something. It was an Enderman. They don't scare me, though. Except he's, like, porting right around me. I hear him. There we go. And, of course, it broke. But that's fine. These trees are so tall. There's a bunch of them, though, so... Is that a spider? Yep, it is a spider. It's somewhere, and hopefully it doesn't bug me. Oh, there's a zombie too? Why does it have to be raining on the day that I'm supposed to be finishing the greenhouse? What did I do to deserve this? Yeah, I don't like the sounds they're making. Okay, and break the leaves. I just needed to finish this one thing. Okay, and... I still haven't decided a complete idea of what I'm going to do for the roof or anything like that, so this is going to be me flying by the seat of my pants. Wow, okay, there was only one block, and I should not have put more wood underneath me. Okay, I don't want to, like, completely clear out everything. Oh, this sheep is gonna get itself murdered. Sheep, beware. Oh, too late. My warning came a little too late for that sheep. Oops. Okay. And I'm curious if I can actually jump up onto that one. Whoop. Oh, I can. That worked out in my favor. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yep, all the sheep keep dying that way. And I keep hearing zombies, but I'm like, I don't see them, so hopefully they're under. If I start getting attacked, then I'll know. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. And then this should be enough to start with. Okay, and carefully run back to the house. My lovely water feature that's like a mob bird bath, it's ridiculous. Because every time I look out here, there's like spiders or skeletons or creepers like to jump in here. It's very annoying. And I almost feel like I should have built like another pool like over here or something. But you know what? I like the way it turned out. And then it got blown up. So I just don't want to mess with it anymore. Okay, and close myself in my nice safe house. Drop off some saplings. Then we are going to turn all of this into planks. Come on. There we go. Yep, just all into planks. Dirt and move. There we go. And you know what? We'll just eat some berries. Cool. And is it night? I can't even tell if it's nighttime or not. But I want to check something because when I died last time, I lost my compass. So I need to figure out how to make a new one. Except I'm blind as a bat and I can't see it. You would think it would be with equipment. There we go. Okay, what? Recovery compass, what is that? Okay, so that needs redstone and 4 iron ingots. I don't think I have any redstone. I have absolutely no redstone to speak of, so I guess I'm not making a compass. Then again, I don't plan on going anywhere anyway, so that's fine. Okay, come on. Exit. Goodness. Okay, and I'm going to drop that off. I should probably just go work on it. It's just I don't want to go out where they are. I've spent so much of this series running from different mobs and stuff that are trying to murder me. It's like I just don't want to deal with that. But you know what? There we go. Protection. Okie dokie. For now, I'm gonna leave the corners, because I don't know what to do with them. Hello, Disnerd. I don't know if you saw my, my announcement on the Discord server, but I am removing the PlayStation 4 series. Yeah. I am taking the PlayStation 4 games off of the voting, which includes the Stardew Valley Beach Farm and Minecraft. So, this might actually be my last episode of Minecraft. So, I'm trying to get as much done on this greenhouse as I possibly can. No, they are not being replaced. I already have a different Stardew series. I mean, theoretically, because I have modded Stardew, but I could, if anybody actually wants to see it, I could do a regular Stardew series on the computer, but at this moment, there is no plan to replace the Minecraft series. Okay, what am I doing with these? See, now that just doesn't look right. Gosh dang it. I feel like I kind of messed things up with these corners. Why does that sound so close? Okay, well, it's not terrifying at all. Okay, so maybe if I actually do, like, this and then this, maybe that'll look okay. I'll have to jump down and look at it, but for now, this is the plan. Okay. I'm gonna finish that corner, and then I'll hop down and take a look-see. Okay, and we're going to try to be a little careful about this. I do not understand what is with the sad face about Minecraft. Like, it is not even it's not even a series that gets views, like. And honestly, like, the main thing, besides the fact that, like, I have grown very tired of Minecraft, is my PlayStation's lagging now. And until I get more memory or figure out how to fix it, I just feel like I don't want to present a lagging game. And the heck kind of noise is that? Oh, well, my husband's home super, super early. Okay. That is really different music for Minecraft, and we're going to run back home. I've never heard this music track before. It weirdly sounds like, oh, well, okay, so there are enemies climbing around me, but it almost sounds like fight music, which is very strange. Okay, and there we go. I wonder why he's home so early. Okay. Oh my gosh, just close. Okay, do we have... Okay, no more glasses in the works, and I don't have any more sand, I don't think. like I said, I don't quite understand it because this is not even like one of the big series. That's not bad per se. This whole greenhouse thing just has me questioning. Okay, but each doorway needs... You know, I really wish that the doors were taller, because having a door be 2 blocks just seems way too small. And then you end up with this weird... I put the glass away, dang it. Okay, let me go grab the glass again, because I think I might actually want to bring the glass one more level down, because I'm not liking the way it's looking with... Where did I put it? There it is. A door on top of a door? Well, no, because no, because I just want, like, straight door. Like, and I want the whole thing to be able to open. Okay, and... I think I like it better that way with the glass. Okay, did I grab both? Yes, I did. Okay, the music seems so loud. Oh, yeah, I forgot to... Okay, I will be right back in 2 shakes. I forgot to tell my husband something very important. Okay, sorry about that. No, so what happened was I was driving home for lunch and my car started to do this really weird thing. It was having problems turning. And I was like, what is happening? Like, I couldn't figure it out, and I was like, well... So, I went out of town on Friday, and coming home, I came home at night, and I kind of sort of, ran over a small median. It was dark, I couldn't see it, and it wasn't like one of the, like... It wasn't like a sidewalk median where it's, like, super steep. It was just, like, a little bump, but I thought that maybe I had, like... mangled something in my car that way. But on my way home, like home for the day, I was turning onto one of the streets, and the light stopped shining on my dash, and I could see on the cluster it said 4x4 high. So somewhere along the line, my car engaged in 4x4 driving, and yeah, that was a thing. So, yeah, I had to disengage the 4x4, and then miraculously my car stopped grinding on corners. Why are you here? This isn't for you. Go away. Go. I've had so many problems with the llamas while I'm building this thing. I don't know why, but the llamas all really seem to like the greenhouse. There's not even any food in here, you creep! Okay, so this is going to be fun, because I don't have bamboo for scaffolding. I did at one point, but it's, I lost it when I died, so, this is going to be fun. I have sort of an idea. But this is going to be really complicated without the use of scaffolding. So just bear with me. I'm going to be doing some very, very funky stuff. But hopefully I can build this stupid roof. Also, I don't need glass panes. I actually need full pieces of glass. So maybe I actually should go get some glass. Okay, stick that back in there. Or, I need sand, not glass. I just cannot speak. Okay. And then I'm going to be trying to get as much sand while I'm standing up here as I can. Because if I was in the water, this would not be working as fast. Okay. And I would say also one of the reasons why I didn't have plans to do like a PlayStation, not a PlayStation, no, I can't word today. One of the reasons why I didn't think to do another series of Minecraft like on my computer is because Minecraft is not a game that I'm willing to spend money on across multiple platforms. There are certain games like Stardew. I do have Stardew on my computer, as well as my PlayStation, and Cozy Grove. I do have that across multiple platforms, but Minecraft is just not one that I'm willing to spend the money on, especially since the series does not do well with views. It just, to me, doesn't seem worth it. So, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with that. But, yeah, like, I have to absolutely love a game to consider buying it across multiple platforms. And, yeah. Minecraft is not one that I come back to in my spare time. Like, there are certain games that you just, like, you adore so much that you would happily spend, oh no, leave me alone. I'm stealing your sand, but ow! Ow! Oh. No! 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 I'm not having it! I am not having it! No! Absolutely not. Nope, not happening. I will beat you to death before I let you steal all my crap. Where'd you go? Did he seriously, like, nope out of here? Oh, you jerk. Where are you? Great. Now it sounds like I'm playing Faz. Oh, man, did that make me angry. At least I got all my stuff back, except for the fact that I lost all of that experience. This is the worst. I gotta run back inside, reorganize all my crap, go to sleep, and then go try to start things again. Okay. How lame. Okay, no, this one. No, put it down. I really hate that when you try to use the sticks, for some odd reason, like the controller sticks, it goes absolutely haywire. So really the best thing to do is just use the D-pad, but it takes forever to move things. There we go. Okay. Stupid drowned. They are some of my least favorite mobs. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, the glass panes can be put away. Boop, boop, boo. That's not where those are supposed to go, but you know what? It's fine. Do I have any more? I do. I'm going to take half of that. Why did that split? I have no idea. Oh, there's 41 in there? Psh, never mind. I was like, oh, I'm going to need to refill that. That's a lie. There we go. Okay, now we go get more sand. Without the aid of a shovel, because I just don't want to deal with that. Can I actually jump that gap? I can. Good to know. I had absolutely no idea if I could or couldn't. Okie dokie. All the sand is going to be mine. I can see I've been here before because there's a sinkhole over there. So I'm curious, if my one viewer right now is one of my subscribers on my Discord channel, what is a game that you have loved so much that you have purchased multiple times? Because that is true dedication, is when you're willing to buy a game across multiple platforms and, like, buy it for full price. I actually saw a story once that somebody was playing Stardew Valley and they had actually pirated a copy, but they felt so bad because the game was like just so delightful that they actually ended up like buying a copy just because they felt bad about pirating it the first time. I don't understand, like, I guess when I first started playing Minecraft, like, I really enjoyed it, but it's like, I don't understand the, like, just, like, playing it for hours and hours and hours, because, I don't know, I'm not going into this rant again, because I think I've already done this rant, like, 3 or 4 times on the channel, but I just feel like there's not enough to it. Like, you can do multiplayer on Stardew, and there's a lot more to do, and it's a lot more fun. For me, anyway. Okay, come on. I'm, like, creating sinkholes all over the dang place. See, but the thing is you have specifically bought this game to play with others. Like, do you, in your spare time, just play for hours and hours and hours without other people? Like, if you didn't have other people to play with, would you still have bought it on multiple platforms and binged it, like, with as much gusto as a different game? Okay, the Mr. Cheese tasks are supposed to be hard, because those are end game. Like, that's after you've finished everything there is to do, because they came out with the 1.5 update, and after, like, with the 1.5, that was for players who had been playing for years and pretty much had done everything there was to do, and it was to give people, like, harder endgame things to do. So that's why they're so difficult. They are purposefully more difficult than any other quest, because it was supposed to be for people who had already done everything. So, yeah, it was for a reason. And I don't know, I guess Minecraft is just not my cup of tea. One of the reasons that it was even a series to begin with is because I only was able to stream off my PlayStation, and this was one of the games that I happened to own. And I will admit, for my first, like, couple months playing, like, I had a good time, but what do you mean, focus on things out of order? Like, I don't know. I don't find Stardew to be, except for some of the enemies and the mines and stuff, I don't really find Stardew to be unforgiving. It's very pick and choose what you want. Because my friend JD, she specifically does fishing, and I don't understand farm building before. I mean, technically speaking, you can ignore, like, all the goals and stuff and just work on your farm. You don't have to complete all of the, like, you don't have to do the tasks. It's like task optional. Because for people who don't want to do, like, the community center or anything like that, you can do Joja. Because the Joja Mart doesn't require you to go and, you know, collect these things, get these fish, like, submit crops from these seasons. All you have to do is give them money, and you can unlock everything. Okay, can you give me a specific example of what you're talking about? Like, what specifically needs to be unlocked? I mean, if for friendship-wise, like, I mean, with Shane, you have to be friends with Shane. You have to have 8 hearts with him before you unlock a special colored chicken. But, I mean, I think there's, like, with the friendship levels and stuff, there's certain recipes that you get only by making friends with people to a certain heart level. So, I mean, like, there's things like that. Oh my gosh, come on. I just need this last layer of sand, and then I'm going to turn it into glass, and then I'm going to go work. Oh, okay, come on, stop. Stop knocking me into the water. And my coworkers are texting on the group text. Honestly, group texting is one of those things that I'm like, I could live without it. Because sometimes on the weekends, they'll send each other, like, memes and stuff, or TikToks especially. They love to send random TikToks, and then they have found out that you can actually, like, react, I guess, to messages, and so all I get is, oh, so-and-so laughed at this message. And I'm like, it's a text! Like, ah! Why is this so slow? Why is this taking so... I've been gone for so long. Upgrades and benefits from this. If you know what crops to do and stuff like that, honestly, like, money is very easy to get. Although at some point it becomes a grind to get, if you're going for true perfection, what kind of irks me the most is having to deal with getting 10 million gold for the, what is it, I'm getting it confused because mine is a sundial. The clock. Okay, even as a newbie, like, the thing is if you're having a hard time with the game, then there's ways to figure out what to do. Like, I have been an avid reader of the Stardew Valley wiki page since I started playing, because there's certain things that I didn't know how to do, and, you know, I was like, this is kind of, like, pissing me off because I'm playing, but I'm not getting it. So if there's something you're really struggling with, like, the wiki page is a wonderful resource to be able to, you know, figure things out. Okay, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? I need more dirt. I mean, also, like, one could say that in Minecraft is very unforgiving. Because, you know, you lose everything when you die. But even with Minecraft, like, there's a lot of things that I'm like, okay, I have no idea how to craft this. I don't know how to do this. And, you know, I've definitely had to look up a lot of things on Minecraft as well. But that's just kind of the nature of the beast with any sort of... Oh gosh, that was the wrong one. But it's like, where do I get some of these ingredients? Like, when I first started playing, I'm like, blaze rods. I had no idea how to get to the nether. Like, I still have not fought the Ender Dragon. The nether is kind of the unspeakable evil for me. But it's like, I had no idea where some of these things... I still have no idea where some of these things come from. But it's like, every game has its own unique, like, oh, like, I don't know how to do this. It's hard for a newbie. And it's like, making money and stuff in any sort of game is kind of difficult because it's made to be that way. Like, it's supposed to be challenging for the players. Like, it's not going to be gratifying if it's just given to you. Oh my gosh, come on. Well, yeah, because there's an actual, like, system to it. There's... Of course... Oh no, how did he get in here? How in the heck did that guy get in there? I don't even know. Like, anything is going to be more difficult than place block here. I mean, even the game Staxel is much harder than Stardew because, yes, it's a cubic building sort of game, but it's also very, very difficult because it has its own rules, its own system. There's a social system because there's actually people to talk to. Making money in that game is extremely difficult because everything costs a bunch of money. So I think it's just anything that doesn't have the absolute simplicity of Legos is going to be more difficult than this. There is so much going on outside my house. There's a skeleton right there. There's an Enderman right there. Oh, no, 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 no. You're not allowed to shoot me. Not gonna happen, bud. Why is this witch circling my pond? Like, just go away. It's not necessary. I don't need to get the witch, nor do I want to. I don't feel like dying right now, and honestly, as long as it's gonna leave me alone, I don't care. It's having problems navigating the lake, apparently. Or, it's not even a lake, it's a pond. Where did that zombie come? Did he spawn? He had to have spawned inside. Because there is no way he could have gotten through these barriers. Okay, let me up. Ooh, so many ways I could fall to my death. Okay. This is my greenhouse. I'm building a greenhouse so I can have crops. And it's one of those projects that I started that I'm like, you know what? Dang it, I'm gonna finish it. I spent entire episodes trying to work with this stupid thing. Yeah, because underneath there's one layer of dirt, and then underneath that layer is water. I've only built underground a handful of times, and it's not necessarily my cup of tea, but it's not bad. I prefer, for my greenhouses, I love, like, the giant greenhouses that have, like, the glass, and I love a lot of sunlight, because, I mean, it's plants, like, earthy sunlight sort of things. That's just what I like for mine. To each their own, but I like windows and I like sunshine. I used to live in a place that had really, really big windows, and I absolutely loved in my bedroom because I had this giant window. I mean, theoretically you could do that above ground too, but actually, you know what? I could probably do that. I could probably put, like, a pond or something on top of my greenhouse. That would actually be kind of cool. I'm, like, thinking it back to my old greenhouse. I'm like, that could actually work. Okay, now we're having problems, because I don't know how to get a dirt block on that side. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to work with it. There we go. Okay, now we jump over here. Be very careful. Like, now I feel like making a greenhouse on my roof. That was not supposed to go there. Except I need that. Gosh, dang it. I keep doing stupid things. Ow. I had one, it wasn't like a greenhouse or anything, it was literally just like a gazebo sort of thing, but it had a little pool of water underneath it, and on the roof, I actually did multi-layers of colored, the stained glass, and it was really pretty, because I did like a blue gradient on it. Oh, it was superb. I did enjoy that one. Okay, and whip. So, because of how this angle is working out, this is going to be a very small roof, but you know what? Less work for me. Huh. Yeah, I like just big, like, my brain wants to say Victorian, and it's just because I've seen there was an anime that I was watching, and they have a very, very large, like, botanical garden sort of thing, and it was so pretty, but it's huge. And I was like, you know what? I love that. I think that's sort of where I draw my inspiration from. But that's just my preference on greenhouses. Everyone is different. Okay, crouch. No, keep the dirt. Keep the dirt. Okay, and bloop. There we go. I will get this to work. I really wish that oh no! I wish that I hadn't died when I had my bamboo, because this would be so much easier with scaffolding. Okay. We're almost done. We're almost done. Okay. No. I think the only thing that's going to be difficult is to get enough sand to finish this. Oh, I almost fell off. I almost fell off. I don't know. Maybe if you launch a formal petition on Discord, I might be persuaded to keep the series, but honestly, it's just bugging me that it's lagging. Like, it's doing fine right now, but it's like, as soon as I start using doors or anything, or doing anything even remotely complicated, all of a sudden it's just like, we're freaking out! Okay, and then I'm going to just oh no! Okay, going to get rid of all this. Okay. Yeah, short roof works fine. I do not have Xbox. Like, we have a Xbox, but I'm not doing, Xbox Live. I don't normally play games with other people. That's the thing, is I'm not... You've known me how many years, and you still do not seem to grasp that I'm not a team player. Like, it's just not my sort of thing. And doing the subscribe it monthly winner thing, that's one thing. I know it seems harsh, but that's a lot of time, and especially since I have an allotted amount of time that I go and do things, and when my husband is home, I try to spend my time with him. So, like, I only have certain times that I actually do things like that. Which, like I said, I know might sound weird to some people, but that's just how I operate. Do I want that? Yeah, you know what, yes. Yes, we're going to do wood border. Oh, one day I will be finished with this greenhouse. Hopefully that day is today. This roof is going to look awful. But you know what? Roofs are not my thing. Now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do a pool on top. Because if I fill it up with glass, I could technically just make a border. Okay. We are slowly working this out. And then I will get the glass, and hopefully I have enough sand, because if not, I'm going to be peeved. Oh, I didn't even have enough freaking wood. That's lovely. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay, we need more spruce. Why am I not running? It's like I have plenty of food. I should be good. Okay, see, for some odd reason, it lags right in the doorway. Every single time. Do I have more spruce in here? Oh, yes, that's lovely. Okay, so we are... Let me just turn all of this into planks first. Wait, what? No. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that's enough planks. And then fill that up. And fill that up. We're oh my gosh, why does that keep happening? We are slowly making our way. Okay, go to sleep, and then we should finish it. Okay, there we go. Ah, yes, the good morning sound of zombies dying. It is music to my ears. And up. Oh, she's looking funky. I want to love this greenhouse so bad, but I just don't. JD keeps telling me that I'm just too hard on my own builds, but I don't know. I think it's not the best. Okay, now we fill in with glass. Please let this work. Okay, there we go. I really hope this works out. Did I just straight up not finish that? I guess I didn't. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Except I have to be careful with the glass because I don't want to have to break pieces of it. Oh yeah, huh, corners are a thing. Okay, I don't know how to feel about that corner. She's a little funky. Let me actually just, let me use these trees. Actually, you know what? That is kind of cool. I'm gonna keep it. I will finish this greenhouse one way or another. Bloop. Okay. I think it just hit me exactly how much glass it's going to take to do the top. I'm not looking forward to that. Oh no. That is going to be monstrous. Oh no. Well, that's not great, but we'll figure it out. Ooh, I almost fell off. Is that llama? Does he just live here now? Like, what is this? Am I gonna have to kill him? I don't want him living in my greenhouse. Oh yeah, that's gonna take some fat stacks to actually work. I don't, but honestly, these llamas, they're... Go back and watch the episode where I was trying to fill in the floor. These llamas, they annoy me in ways that other mobs cannot. Okay, and we're out of glass. Back down we go. Okay, stay out! You were out for a second. What is it with this area in particular that you just seem to love? Dear sweet Lord of all that is holy. Having problems with these llamas. Okay, let's see. This might be enough to finish that area. Okay, and back we go. Because I don't think glass panes actually work on like roofs and stuff. It's not like slabs. I don't think that works. So we're just gonna have to figure this out. Okay, and pop up. I also need to make doors. I've never had a creeper in my house, and normally they don't spawn in the front, they spawn in these trees, so I wasn't overly worried about it. Okie dokie. So, now, how to get a pool of water on top of the greenhouse. Or, you know what, I might just scrap that idea. I haven't quite decided. I need to figure out how wide this is. Okay, so that's one. Okay, this is gonna... Let's just count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's 18 across, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so it's an 18 by 18, which means, because my brain can't math today. Okay, 18 times 18. It's gonna take 324 pieces. This is gonna suck. I do not have that much glass in the oven. Or I can hate myself and I can do a lattice work of wood in between. You know what? That's a good idea. Okay, so yeah, we are going to lattice work the wood up. Okay, so it's you and you. The corners are fine. But that way, I don't have to use as much glass because sand for me is difficult to find. I do not understand the people who make like amazing roofs and stuff. I'm like, that's not me. Like I can't build roofs to save my life. Okay, and just work my way across. I'm gonna run out of this too. But I have another stack of spruce wood, so not too worried. Okay, cool. got that. I swear crouching is the best thing that ever happened in this game. Come on. It's slow going, but... Okay, and then we got that. I am going to make this work. Okay, so this just took care of a bunch of glass for us, and I can actually hang lights and stuff from the crossbeams. I wonder if I actually have enough iron to make lanterns for the crossbeams. Okay, and come back over here, and I'm out. Of course. Now am I supposed to get back up on the roof? Oh boy. I jumped, but it just didn't quite work out for me. Okay, so this actually looks pretty dang cool from the inside. I am quite excited for this, but she's not finished yet. Oh, there's a llama, there's a llama. Wait, there's a chicken. I can't prevent the chickens from getting in there. I'm completing this greenhouse. And don't whinge about it not being completed. How many episodes have you missed? There are other series that are worthwhile, I promise you. Okay. Wait, why did I make that into two separate piles? That's not what I need. Okay, there we go. I said, if nothing else, I'm going to complete this stupid house. Well, the greenhouse. Okay, go to sleep. Okay, there we go. The last thing I probably do is going to be the doors. Oh look, it's a llama. Who's probably angry because he couldn't get into my greenhouse. Okay, so now we're going to rebuild our makeshift stairs and climb back up. One more. There we go. Hopefully this is enough, because I don't want to have to go back to the house. This should be enough. Because it's not a full... I didn't need a full 18. Okay, you're the only person watching, and the only reason I'm being surly is because you're making me surly. No, I wasted a piece of glass. Gosh dang it. I'm just gonna fill these in square by square. I don't know how much this is going to be, but hopefully I have at least a decent amount. No, you're not, because I know you. Okay, come on. I would love to do like a colored one in the middle. Like maybe blue or green. Green would be pretty. Not the lime green. The lime green's kind of ugly. Don't give me any of that. I know exactly how you work. Okay, let's see. Let's get... Oh, yeah, I'm not going to have nearly enough for this. Do I have any sand stored away? What is... Yeah, well, a little bit more. Stupid glass. This is going to take forever. Okay, there we go. Okay, come on. I wish the roof was a little taller, but I didn't want to mess with the corners too much. So, I think I'm just going to have to live with it. But I'm going to have to go hunting for more sand. Okay. It's not just me. These... How in the world is it square? And these ones aren't... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's not... I'm not crazy. They are not... They are not even. Does that mean the middle one's gonna drive me crazy as well? No, the centers should be square, though. Potentially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the center is even, so that's... It's not gonna bug me too much. So let's go find more sand. Because it's painted... Oh. How does it feel? Yeah, there you go. How do you like them apples? I hate that they just sneak up on you. And it's not fair. They can throw the tridents. Hate those guys. Okay. I wish it wasn't a 1-for-1, like 1 block of sand for 1 block of glass. I wish the conversion rate was better, but it is what it is. Okay, so we'll just get some nice fat stacks of sand. I'll go make more glass. What do you mean it could be clay? Clay... I've worked with clay a couple times. Have you not seen my house? My house is entirely made of brick. Or at least the majority of it is brick. Believe me, I know how awful it is when you need clay. Yeah, that was a fun time. Yeah, the majority of the house is made of brick. Brick and stone with a little bit of wood. That was a nightmare. And every time I look at the house, I'm disappointed. And I'm like, I don't like the house. But JD is like, your house is amazing. Like, stop saying that. I'm like, it's not what I wanted. And it's just, I couldn't make it happen. I had a vision, and apparently I was blind when I was building the house. Because that does not look like it was supposed to look like, so... I will forever have grievances with that house. And it's sad, because that house looks way better than the other ones that I've built for my... Well, no... Well, have fun at work. I'm assuming that's why you have to go, but... It's okay. Just because I'm not doing Minecraft anymore doesn't mean there's not other series. I'm not quitting for good. At least not this time. Oh, these guys are just so annoying. Okay, come on. Oh, it's being like that because I'm not fully under the water. You know what? I give up. I give up. Buddy, you okay there? I mean, like, I care, but still. He's having some issues. I'm just gonna leave him like that. I feel like it's some small sense of justice for all of the crap that those guys have put me through. He looks like somebody's flushing him down a toilet. It's hilarious. I hope he gets stuck there. Okay, well, we're gonna go back to the house, and we are going to work on making all of this into glass. Okay, and you could take that stack, and you could take that stack. And then I'm going to put this wood away. Actually, I need doors. Dang it. I keep forgetting that I need to make doors. So let me put this away. What kind of doors do I want, though? That was not what I was supposed to be doing. Okay, give me this. And I'll give you this. Okay, so these are the oak doors. This is birch. What do the spruce doors look like? I've never made one. Do I have one in here? Nope, that's oak. Okay, let's see. What? Oh, that's pretty. I like the jungle doors. The acacia doors aren't bad either. Okay, the spruce doors look terrible. I'm not making an iron door. Mangrove? Dark oak. That's pretty. Ah, dang it. Okay, so I kind of like the birch for the glass, but I went with a darker sort of motif. So, do I have any dark oak? I don't think I do. Wait, that's not even... Yeah, no. Crap. I don't have any dark oak. I have spruce, oak, and birch. So I guess we're going with birch doors. So what does that need? Okay, that just needs planks. Oh yeah, we got plenty of that. I think the contrast is gonna look kind of weird, but I prefer the glass doors. Okay, come on. Okay, 1, 2... Okay, so I had to make 9 because we need 8 doors. Okay, there we go. And now we're gonna go to sleep. And then we'll go and we'll put in the doors and potentially finish the roof. Okay, and... Okay, there we go. Got some more glass. Yeah, this... okay, now that I look at it, I'm going to ignore the awful doors. The doors are not going to match, but It is what it is. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong way for that door. There we go. Oops. Put doors on doors. Honestly, I didn't even know that was possible, but okay. I need to clear that out. If I'm ever going to come back to this save file, that's one of the things I'm going to do is clear that out. Okay. Sorry, no animals allowed inside the greenhouse. Strictly plants. So now we have doors. It's looking quite lovely. Okay, there we go. And jump, 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 jump. Come on. Okay. More glass! I think the center one's gonna be the one I do last, just in case I decide to do stained glass. Okay, come on. This is going to take so much longer than I thought. And it's going to take even longer if I keep wasting pieces. Okay. And of course... Okay. Back down we go. This is just a recurrent theme. Okay. You know what? We're just going to stick those right there. I only have 2 of them, so... Every time I move right there, I swear I see something right there. Oh yeah, this is gonna take forever. I'm just really hoping that I got enough glass, or sand, to make the glass, so I guess we'll see. I just want to be done. I feel like this project in particular has been going on for a very long time. Probably because the episodes of Minecraft are like so few and far between. But like, man oh man. And of course, you know what, while I'm out, I'm just going to get more sand. It makes sense. I'm already out in the wilds. So let's just go collect more. Okay. There we go. My problem is I get too impatient and I don't wait for the animation to fully go through. Okay, sand block floating in the ether. Okay, there we go. There. More sand! Does the sand actually, like, process while you're sleeping, or is it only, like, it'll process in the same amount of time as it would if you were awake. Because honestly, I could see that being a hack. Being like, oh, just put stacks and stacks in your furnaces and then fall asleep. The game probably wouldn't allow you to do that because that would just be too easy. I'm going to run out of coal before this is done. That's what I'm worried about, is I'm going to run out of coal and then not have anything for, like, torches or anything. Because yeah. Already ran out. Okay, come on. I just want to be finished. Okay, also have to be careful that I don't totally end up flooding that portion. Because I don't know what's down there. And it might be useful. Okay. Oh, look, a horse. Someday I will have horses. There's one, I think there's a donkey over here somewhere that I tamed. Did I bring him back? I might have brought him back. You know, come to think of it, I think I did. So, never mind, he's at home. That one might actually be Jean-Luc. Not named by me, but named by a follower. Okay. No, let me go. Let me go. Okay. More sand! To hopefully make the last bit of glass. Okay. I'm like trying to think of all the individual projects I've done, because there was the house, and then I think there was the barn, and then the coop, the fox den, the bridge, and now the greenhouse. So I have done like multiple... Okay, let me in. I've done multiple projects. Just nothing that I don't know. I think it's just nothing that I've impressed myself with. Okay, and... Please don't run out of coal. I'm just finishing this thing piece by piece. Okay. Slowly but surely, making my way there. Okay, come on. Up, up, up. Okay. And you can't tell me that with the stuff that's in the furnace that's not enough to finish this thing. Because I have a lot of pieces working right now. Do I have anything for dyes? I don't even know. And 6x6 is 24, so if I do colored glass in the middle, I'm going to need 24 pieces. Do I have any dyes? I have purple, and I have red, and I also have lapis, sugar cane. Maybe I'll do... I want to do green, but I don't have cactus, so you know, I think I might just leave it. I think I'm just gonna do plain glass across the top. I need food. I need a lot of things. Luckily, we have a back door. I'm not worried about keeping these bushes. Because every time I try to deal with these bushes, I get stabbed. And it's not a good time. So we're just going to break these, get some food, so I can continue working. There was an overabundance of berry bushes right next to my house. which for a little while actually worked in my favor because, you know, they were killing the mobs, but you know what? Now I've died to them one too many times, so... There we go. And we're lagging! I just want to, like, come over here and just, like, take a look at the house. See, that room could have been so cool. It had potential. But then I just did nothing with it. And then I'm really bad at making chimneys, so the front part of the chimney is, like... Well, I mean, the side facing in. It's just weird. It was a strange thing. Okay, go to sleep. I will wake up, hopefully with more glass, and then finish this. Eat, eat, eat. I should probably actually eat to full, that way I can recover my health from falling off of things. Okay, you can have that as well. Okay, I have 40 more pieces. That's probably not going to be enough. No, it's not going to be enough. But it's a start. You know what? Actually, this might just be enough. Please be enough. Okay. There we go. Nope. I was wrong. Not quite. It got almost all of it. But yeah, no, I'm missing exactly half of that center one. So that's what? 6, 12, 15 pieces? Just 15 pieces and I'll be done. That'll work. Some of this new music, I don't know like when they added it, but it is different. Because this is also a track that I've never heard before. Haha, Piggy, you can't get in! And... okay, come on. Provide... Dang it! I miscalculated. I thought there were only 2 full ones. There were 3 rows. I need 4 more pieces. Dang it! I keep running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and I keep falling off of things. Okay, eat, eat, eat. There we go. Because I'm stupid and I keep falling off of things. Okay. This should finally be enough. This should be the last trip. I don't know. It's starting to work again. It's only laggy in certain parts. So maybe if my Discord members can persuade me, I might keep Minecraft on the voting list. But with that, we are finished. We're finished with the structure. So now, aside from the lights, because yeah, she's gonna need some lights just to keep the creepies away. But aside from that, she is finished. Look at her in all of her weird beauty. It's not what I had in mind, but honestly, I kind of like it. It's different, but not so different that it's, like, bad. Like, I genuinely think I like it. It's very open, very, very light. I think it turned out well. I mean, it's going to look weird from, like, any distance, but... Move, sheep, move! Oh gosh. Okay, well, you can't even really see it at a distance. Can I see it from the back? Because, I mean, back or front, this thing's pretty much the same either way. Let's take a look-see. I've recessed this, like, into the forest. There's no getting a full frontal view of this thing. There's just a creeper sitting down there. Ooh, run away! You can't get me. Yeah, there's absolutely no frontal view of this thing. Well, you know, that was kind of the point. I wanted it to have a touch of nature, so, you know, makes sense that you can't see it through the trees. But all in all, I would say it turned out well. Yeah, I like it. Quite nice, quite nice. And then I'd have to figure out how to do the configuration of crops, but yeah, so this is it. That was a whole lot of work for something that's just kind of like, eh. It's unique to the eye. I like it better than the barn, though. The barn is an eyesore. But since I finished, you know what, I'm just gonna take a look, just get a look-see at all the projects that I've worked on. So here's the house in all of its weird glory. My bridge, that was fun. The moat that's got weird whirlpools in it that I don't know how to get rid of. The barn in its weird funky roof and patterns that don't make any sense. With a very weird cult-esque symbol on the side. Here's the little chicken house. And they have a chicken pit all the way from like episode 1. There's a pit for the chickens to play in. They seem to really like it though, so. And then we have our little fox hutch. So it's been a ride. It has been a ride with Minecraft. Didn't I like build? Okay, I'm gonna go in here for a second. I think I actually built like a little house sort of thing in the. Yep, there it is. I actually like built a little recessed den. So I got stuff to climb on and whatnot. So yeah, it has been a ride on the Minecraft Survival series. Like I said, if my Discord members can persuade me, I might keep it on, but for now, this is it. I am satisfied with how things went. So let me get back into my exit position. There we go. I always look at the whirlpool, I don't know why. But thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back tomorrow with another episode of my Discord Members' Choice. But until then, I hope everyone has a fantastic evening, and I will see you then. Bye!